Hello and welcome back to FuseCast, the podcast that had 2 episodes early in 2020 and has 2 episodes early in 2021. Can't wait for the next one in early 2022 then. And today, we have a bit of a different guest. Instead of having Benson on, we have a different guest. Say hello.
Hi, I'm Ragai335 and the year is 2023.
So just introduce your channel.
Oh yeah, my name is Ragai335 because my first name is Ragai and my last name is 335. Very clearly, that is the reason why.
All of us have...
I made a dumb Pac-Man 3 video. I've actually been doing YouTube videos for 5 years, but most of them are unlisted. And recently I started up again. I was on a video on someone else's channel talking about Superliminal, did the direct reaction with Fuse, and now I'm on FuseCast. But in between FuseCast and the other thing, I made a video about Kirby. And clearly, I like Kirby because I made a video about Kirby. And now I'm just rambling.
Never would have guessed that you're a Kirby fan. I mean, I kind of hate Kirby. I'm kidding.
No, you do hate Kirby.
What is it? I think Kirby when that Sonic Nintendo franchise once I put it towards the bottom of
you hate Kirby.
FuseCast for the entire episode is just me talking about my problems with Kirby, and it just makes it sound like I absolutely hate the franchise.
Oh, I mean, we could do that.
We could. Or we could talk about Balan.
We could talk about Balan,
we shouldn't. But the real question is, should we?
And the answer to that is Balan has co-op that got revealed.
Oh yeah, Balan does have co-op, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
That got revealed at the Square Enix Presents, but,
Square Enix Presents. I thought I was going to end up watching the Square Enix Presents live, but I just did not watch it live.
I had class when it was going on, so I couldn't have watched it live. All I know is there was a Space Invaders AR game.
I think I was just playing, like, Golden Sun during... Like, not even, like, as a joke. Like, I think I was actually playing Golden Sun while it was happening.
Well, that makes sense. You are playing Golden Sun 24/7. I bet that you are playing Golden Sun while recording this.
I go to sleep if I'm just playing Golden Sun there, too. I've... Golden Sun...
Dreams are Golden Sun.
Meanwhile, my dreams are can I beat Golden Sun before waking up? The real challenge.
Yeah, that's the real challenge. You gotta beat Golden Sun in your dreams. Meanwhile, I'm gonna have the third dream about how Kirby Star Allies 2 gets revealed. It's not even a joke. Last night I had a dream about Kirby Star Allies 2. Except it had a Z in the name, and there was Luigi there for some reason.
There's just Luigi there for, like, it's just Luigi. He's there. It's like, hey, it's me, Luigi.
He's not in the game. He was just in the title.
Wait, what? So he's just
not
like...
Luigi's character, like Luigi's name was in the title. I forget what the full name was, but it was like Kirby Star Allies, but it had a Z. And then it was 2. And then Luigi was there. And the main villain was Nightmare from Kirby's Adventure.
Huh. The worst game-related dream I can think of was, like, Other M2, and I had, like, a week or so straight where I could only dream of Other M2.
That was a whole week?
Yeah, that was, like, a whole week, and I, like, hated it.
No, I heard about the first time, but you were dreaming about Other M2 for a whole week.
Yeah, and I, like, absolutely hated it, because whenever I tried to go to sleep, it would be, like, just Other M2. And I, like, really got annoyed by it, because it's like, I'm trying to sleep, and it's just Other M2 is my dreams. Like, I guess I could dream of, like, worse sequels, like Amiibo Festival, is that what that Animal Crossing one's called? Amiibo Festival? Like, a sequel of that?
Or Mario Sports Superstars 2.
Well, see, that's probably gonna happen at this point, for all we know.
No, it probably will. What's Golden Sun? Golden Sun doesn't exist. After golf...
There is no Golden Sun, it's just Mario playing soccer now.
Super Mario Soccer. Instead of Super Mario Strikers, it's the most boring soccer you could
imagine. See, what's genius is they could just do, like, a soccer game right now and Switch, like, next year. And then the final year of the Switch, they can just make, like, a sports compilation combining the gameplay of tennis, golf, and soccer. Like, just compressed and not as good versions of them. And, like...
baseball, that's never coming back.
Baseball? More like, please bring it back.
We need to bring back Mario Baseball. Mario Superstars, it's a good game.
We gotta bring back the Mario Baseball series. I actually really like
it has playable Wiggler, so
you don't need to add playable Wiggler, honestly. Like, I actually would really like playable Wiggler.
Golf roster predictions and hopes. Egad, he'd be cool in golf. Wiggler, because Wiggler, and Cat Mario. There's a Mario alt in every single one of the games. Free World just came out. Cat Mario. And Cat Mario is the only one of those three I'm going to get right.
Oh no, you're actually. I feel like you're going to get it right then. I feel
No,
like
you see, my predictions are always wrong, so I'm going to get Wiggler and Egad right, but not Cat Mario.
the characters are gonna be like, I don't know, like, I mean, Plum's not coming back as much, so that disappoints him. I'm trying to think of a funny character that like is really out there. I don't know, like,
How about like Tumble from Mario Party 2?
You know what? It's gonna be like Piranha Plant. That's the character.
Piranha Plant for the third time. But, you know, it was Fire Piranha Plant in Aces. It was regular Piranha Plant in Smash. So for golf, get ready for Inky Piranha Plant.
Ah, yes. Fine.
Yeah, everyone's favorite Mario character.
Nintendo better be taking notes right now. The people just want.
Nintendo, if you're listening to this, don't listen to any of the things that I say. Just make a 3D Kirby game, please.
Nintendo, if you're listening to this, can you bring back Golden Sun?
No, they're not gonna do that. The Nintendo is never listening.
Can we get Wave Race back?
Wave Race 2021. That is race.
I'm actually okay. So Wave Race, like, okay. So for context for everyone, there was this entire joke where I kept saying that Wave Race would be 2021, and one of the main reasons I made that joke is because there's occasionally like a really weird and out there Nintendo game that comes out, and we're all like, what the hell? Where did this come from? Nobody could have predicted this. And I was joking about being Wave Race because I really like Wave Race. And then, like...
Yeah, the plot twist is it is going to be Wave Race, but it's going to be developed by Arzest.
See, the problem with that is that now Wave Race doesn't make sense because Miitopia fills that slot, in my opinion, of, like, the what type of title. Because it's like, no one really could have safely... Actually, I think we do know someone who did predict Miitopia. But for the most part, I don't think most people could have seen, like, Miitopia coming. Like, it was a very out there surprise.
The thing is, even if Wave Race was possible, NFT was actually making Bowser's Fury.
Exactly, that's the other problem. It's like, so now we're not getting Wave Race.
The thing is, Bowser's Fury also only took like 8 months to make.
So
maybe they're
what
working
you're saying
on
is,
well.
Bowser's Fury was actually just a test for Wave Race. Everyone's like, oh wow, it's a test for the new 3D Mario. All of a sudden, Wave Race is back, and that's the engine for it.
Yeah, open world Wave Race game where you switch between characters like the power-up system in Bowser's Fury. That's what they were really testing for.
I still have not played Bowser's Fury because I haven't finished 3D World.
Yeah, you should finish both because those are both 10 out of 10 games.
Yeah.
Like,
I guess the segues nicely into like what we've been playing recently. But like, what is it? Like, I was playing 3D World, and the only reason I put it down is because I have my Twitter list of games I'm beating outside videos. So I was like, okay, I want Half-Life Alyx to be the second one on here. Because I wanted it to be the first one, but it ended up being Superliminal because I was bored one night and I didn't feel like playing Half-Life Alyx because it was late at night. So I was like, oh, what if I finish Superliminal? But I really want Half-Life Alyx to be the next game I beat. But now it's not even going to be the next game I beat, so I probably should just finish 3D World at this point so I can actually play Bowser's Fury.
That's really the reason you haven't beaten 3D World?
Yes. Because I just really wanted Half-Life Alyx to be next to my list. Because I thought that'd be really cool.
You already lost by not making it first. And you have this game of all time as first instead.
I don't think I had Golden Sun as first, though.
And, you know, you are right, but you're also wrong. Because Superliminal is the greatest game of all time. It's so good that
it's time for the Superliminal indoctrinate. I'm just gonna put like a Superliminal, like I'm just gonna pinned comment of like every Superliminal link at this point.
Yeah, at this point, Fuse in editing, can you put the image of Comedy Man in Superliminal here?
Ah yes, Comedy Central, the classic image. The classic.
Comedy Central. That's what we should really be talking about. Not what games we've been playing. What Comedy Central edits.
The classic image, just like all the edits for it. Like what is it? We have like your Golden Sun one, which I'm staring at directly right now because I'm looking at our pinned messages where I pinned what we'd be talking about. Because for the first time for a FuseCast, I made like an actual list of like the order of like things to talk about. You have my really nice End of Evangelion Kirby edit, which I'm gonna put on screen.
I know, that was a great thumbnail.
I'm just really proud of that because I was bored and I was waiting for something to upload, so I was like, you know, what if I just make this really funny Kirby edit? And it was really funny.
And then at the bottom of the pins is the Seinfeld theme.
Oh yeah, because I said I was gonna like at some point. What is it? I wanted to see how far I could go with like playing the Seinfeld theme before I'd get a copyright strike. So I'm probably gonna put it in the background of this specific segment until it ends.
Just put it in the background of this segment. And,
yeah, I'm really curious, like how far I can go before I get a copyright strike. That's just, I really want to know, like how far until I get a copyright strike. I'm really curious because I actually use the Seinfeld theme in like another upcoming video of mine, though that video actually comes out before this one, so really I should be saying in a previous video of mine, because like, no, so what have you been playing?
Oh yeah, video games. Superliminal, of course, I was talking about that earlier. I'm collecting the final collectibles, and almost 100% completed it. The final collectibles in this game are incredibly hard to find. It's like, I do recommend 100%ing this game because it's still a very fun time for the most part, but the final few are like finding a needle in a haystack. It's incredibly hard. I have no idea where they are. And it's probably something that I should just use a guide for, but I decided to not use guides, so it's incredibly hard. Fire and Ice for the NES.
Oh yeah, that guide's like NSO in there. People were like really pissed at that update because it didn't add in like any Nintendo games.
Earthbound. Well, specifically Earthbound, because they don't care about any other Nintendo games.
Well, no, to be fair, Super Mario RPG people really want.
Yeah, that too. But you know what we really need? We need Sute Hakun.
Wrecking Crew 98.
And Wrecking Crew 98.
Okay, I'm glad we both.
See, Wrecking Crew 98 is great.
I just think it would be really cool if like it randomly showed up.
The best part about Wrecking Crew 98 is it's Wrecking Crew, but you can play as a rice ball.
I was gonna say it's Wrecking Crew, but I just realized I'm gonna like really get someone mad now, aren't I? Do people like really love like Wrecking Crew? Like, I'm curious if like anyone is like a really big Wrecking Crew fan.
Well, what we do know is somebody at Nintendo is, because they made a new copyright for Wrecking Crew.
Well, we know what that was for. It's for Arcade Archives release.
And all those other free trademarks matter for nothing.
I guess end of like the last podcast, I did actually end off on like part of the Golden Sun theory.
Yeah, but you didn't get to go fully in depth, and then Nintendo Direct hit and Mario Golf.
Yeah, Nintendo Directs came back, and like then they decided, hey, let's ruin Fuse's life and add in Mario Golf. And I was like,
yeah, that was a fun day. I was right there.
Oh yeah, what is it? The classic stream where I literally said, look, they're gonna show Mario Golf next, or was it Mario Garf? I said on accident, and then they showed
Mario Garfield.
Yeah, and then they showed Mario Golf, and I was like, damn.
Actually, we know what the Mario alt is now. You said Mario Garfield before, so we're gonna get Garfield Mario in this.
There we go. Yeah, was it Mario Golf? I mean, I'm fine with Super Rush, I guess. Like, I can't really say like what is it? I know some people were like, Fuse, how are you feeling considering you thought Golden Sun was like a 100% certain thing? Nah, I still thought it was like, I think I said like, I think when you and I were talking about it, I previously said like 50-50 or something around there.
Yeah, and you also, like a few days before, you just admitted, yeah, it's gonna be Mario Golf.
Yeah, what is it? If you look at like, the pins in like where I talk about Golden Sun, like if you look at the pins that I have, you have like just like what is it where I say like what is it like I don't think Golden Sun will be 2021, and then what else? And then my also thing of like the end of Evangelion but with Golden Sun, and it's like the Golden Sun 1 and 2 HD fan box art that someone made. So it's like, yeah, so like I did like acknowledge that like the odds of Golden Sun, like while it was lining up, I think I even said like during the Switch era, every road to Golden Sun has like seemed super promising, and like now's the time before it ends in disappointment. Because the only other time was Smash where we got an assist trophy. I mean, we got a lot of other Golden Sun content in Smash, but we didn't like get Isaac as a character.
You see, with Golden Sun, what most people don't know is I was actually predicting Golden Sun for Switch long before you were. I was predicting that even before.
Ow, I just hit my hand.
Yeah, you were hitting your hand because I'm a better Golden Sun predictor than you. I predicted it before.
What is it?
That's probably why.
Actually, a fun fact. So I was like going through my old tweets, right? Because I was like, I'm curious, because I knew that my first tweet was something Animal Crossing related. Because I wanted my first tweet to not be like the generic like, "Hello Twitter, it's me," because I really hate when people do those. Because I really like. So I wanted my like first tweet ever to be like really anticlimactic. So I did it on like the Animal Crossing directive, like, "Hey, it looks kind of fun." So I was going through, right, and then pretty much so. at one point I noticed a Golden Sun tweet, and I think it's the first Golden Sun tweet in my Twitter account, and how I said I'd been asking for it for over a year, and this was in 2020, and like I was thinking about it, like when I saw that tweet again, I was like, wait a second, why did I say a year if I've been asking for it for like 7+ years by now? Why would I say 1 year if I like very clearly had been over? I think when I said 1 year, I was more so referring to the chance of me thinking it could happen.
See, that's probably like me. I could say like I've been waiting for a new game for a whole year now, but I'm really always waiting for a new Kirby game because it's Kirby, and I will buy the next game that comes out no matter what. Which is why I was originally going to get Tropical Freeze and 3D. I wasn't going to get 3D All Stars because I didn't think it was coming. I was going to get Tropical Freeze, and then I ended up not getting Tropical Freeze because 3D All Stars got revealed, and then Kirby Fighters 2 just randomly dropped, and I was like, oh, it's a Kirby game. I have to buy it.
What is that? Yes, 3D All Stars. The build up to that, where it was like, wow, look, where was it? It was like for months. It was like, yeah, this is probably happening, and then like time passed by, and it was like, oh, it's probably not happening. And then like the day after, we wake up and it's like, here's the Mario 35 Direct. Here's 3D.
Yeah, I literally made a bet the night before. If it actually happens on September 3rd, I will change my profile picture to Mario for a week. Let's just say I was Mario for a week.
Sometimes I remember like when I got it like at like Best Buy, I looked at like the cover art for it too, and it's like, this game doesn't feel real still, because it had only been like 2 weeks by that point. It's like,
yeah, it definitely did not feel real.
Yeah, because like you look at it and it's like this box art with like Mario 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy just all in the same box art, and it just doesn't feel real to me still. It just feels like a really weird fan mock-up, and in a sense. And like, I guess
don't worry, Fuse. It won't be real anymore in 12 days.
Do we want to make the Mario dies joke? Wait, 12 days. I think this podcast will probably be out March 31st, so actually that's really funny now that I think about it.
As this podcast comes out on March 31st, enjoy your last day of Mario will be taken away from your houses at this exact moment. I'm actually holding my Mario amiibo from Mario Party 10 right now.
Do you just like constantly hold like your Mario Party 10 Mario amiibo? You're just like saying
No, I
like,
don't. It's just been on my desk the last couple of days. Because sometimes during classes, I want to like hold on or fidget with something, and it's right there. The Mario amiibo's right there.
You just wake up, it's like, oh, I'm holding the Mario Party 10 amiibo again.
Yeah, no, I do it in my sleep too. That's the truth. When my Kirby plushie disappeared, I've just been holding this Mario amiibo ever since.
But it's like 30 years from now, you're gonna be holding like the Mario Party. Wow, Mario Party 10, like 30 years from now. Do you think people will remember Mario Party 10 by that point?
I think I could walk up to any random person on the street in 30 years and say, hey, do you remember Mario Party 10? And there's a 100% chance they would say no.
Yeah, because it's like, what is it? Because it's a Wii U game. The Wii U was never real. That's it. There was no Wii U.
You say that, but in a couple of days, a Wii U will be dropping onto your head.
And I'm just gonna wake up in the middle of the look and there's gonna be like a Wii U above me and be like, damn it, I guess the Wii U was real.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's gonna happen on your birthday. It's gonna be happy birthday. You get a...
yeah. What is it? I think I have like over 2 weeks then. Like, it's like 2 weeks and 1 day until I can get a Wii U dropped to my head then.
2 weeks until the solar system is destroyed because you find out the Wii U is real.
There's no way the Wii U is real. No. Speaking of the Wii U...
The Wii U can't be real.
Speaking of the Wii U, the 3D... No, I'm kidding.
No, we're not... Wait a second.
Oh, wait, yeah, no, I made it, like, was it the bet that I can't, like, say anything bad
about the 3DS? You can't make fun of the 3DS for a whole week.
For 2 weeks. Oh, okay, 3DS, you know, I think you can play, right? Metroid Fusion was one of, like, the GBA ambassador games, right?
Yeah, and there's also Samus Returns.
Yeah, I guess those are, like, Prime Federation Force isn't the worst thing ever. Like, we got Samus Returns the year after, so it's, like, not the worst thing. It's just really it's just really like it wasn't a good idea to release the spin-off when like there was nothing like else for Metroid in the horizon. Really, they should have like announced both at the same time. I guess, in my opinion. I mean, sure.
Yeah, but
Samus
probably
Returns,
at that point, Samus Returns was like very, very early in development.
when did Prime Federation Force, did that get announced in 20? I remember it released in 2016. But
Yeah, it was announced in 2015 and released in 2016.
Oh, so it was. Oh, okay. Never mind, because I thought it was also like announced in 2016. Never mind that, because I thought it was announced.
It was announced at E3 2015. That was like one of the big announcements at E3 2015.
Isn't E3 2015
In
like
quotation.
Is E3
I remember
2015
watching the Nintendo World Championships, and I see this game called Blast Ball, and I'm like, oh hey, this is cool, I want to play it. And then we find out the Metroid Prime spin-off. And you can actually still get Blast Ball for free on the free DSD shop, I think. That's actually how I got the game. I didn't even pay for Federation Force. I just have Blast Ball.
So this means that that's one of the few Metroid games you've actually played, then.
Oh yeah, it is. It's one of the 2 or 3 Metroid games I've played.
What are the other ones that you've played? I'm curious.
A little bit of Metroid 1 on the NES. I played
so
Super Metroid a good bit. Super Metroid is probably my most played Metroid game out of the ones I played. And then there's Blast Ball.
I'm really glad that Super Metroid's the most played out of those 3, because, like, one of them is Metroid 1, which, like, I forget, like, if, like, people still like Metroid 1, but I personally don't like Metroid. I'm, like, a massive Metroid fan, right? But I don't like Metroid 1 that much.
You like Zero Mission, so you technically do like Metroid 1. You just don't like Metroid 1 when it's Metroid 1.
Yeah. It's like, wait, I guess Federation Force isn't, like, the worst one to start on. But, like...
I didn't start on Federation Force.
You didn't start, like,
on the Blast Ball mini game.
Blast Ball. I guess Blast Ball's, like, what is it? It's not the worst one to, like, play early on in the franchise, but I guess it's not really, like... I mean, I guess you could have done worse, like... You could have played Other M. I remember I was, like, talking to someone.
We're being very, very, very technical here. Technically, my first Metroid game was the Nintendo Land mini game.
I guess it's not too bad either. I remember one time I was talking to someone. So I was playing Smash Bros. A song once, and what happened was they were watching play Smash Bros. And I was just streaming through like VC, whatever. And pretty much at one point, Metroid came out. I think I was playing as Dark Samus, maybe. No, I think I was playing as Ridley. And they started talking about, like, Metroid, and they're like, oh yeah, when I was younger, I played a Metroid, and, like, it scared me so much that I was afraid to play the franchise again. And it's like, oh, which one? And they were like, oh, it was, like, one on the Wii, and I didn't really get that far into it. And I'm just thinking, please tell me it's Prime 3. I'm just, like, mentally thinking, like, I really hope they're talking about, like, Prime 3 or something. And then they're like, I think it was called Other M. And then on the inside, I just completely died because I was like, damn it.
You see, that's how you turn someone off from the franchise, unless they really like Other M. Some people like Other M.
Some people, you know what, more power to them, I guess, but, like, Other M, like, I mean, I guess the gameplay for Other M is kind of fun at times, but, like, a lot of Other M's just kind of, like, a mess. I mean, it's not, like, the worst thing ever, it's just... Yeah, I wouldn't really, okay, I don't really want to call Other M, like, bad, because I feel like that would dramatize it. But, like, it's not really that good either, in my opinion. It's kind of just okay in the franchise of, like, excellent games. That really, like, that's the problem there. It's like, yeah, it's like this franchise of, like, excellent games. And it's like, hey, here's this one okay one with, like, a really bad storyline. And it's like, this is the clear worst.
I'm gonna try to make this an analogy to Kirby. I'm really gonna try here. Yeah, Canvas Curse. It's an analogy to Canvas Curse.
Don't people really... I mean, Canvas Curse
like Canvas Curse. Like, people think Canvas Curse is really good, but personally, for me, it is, like, the most okay Kirby game.
So, like, you don't, like, hate it, but, like, you don't like it either, really?
Yeah. Yeah, Dreamland 2 is the NES Metroid 1 of the Kirby series, because it has not aged well. And actually, speaking of the Wii, that actually gets us back on the topic of what we were playing, because I'm returning to an old favorite of mine on the Wii for a video.
Ah, yes. Metroid Prime Trilogy. Glad you've decided to finally make it.
I did say the word return, so that might be teasing something.
Ah, yes. I believe that's probably teasing Lego Rock Band for the Wii. I'm just looking at the Wii games I have on my shelf.
Lego Rock Band Returns. That's my favorite game. It's
I
coming
own
out
2
next week.
copies of Lego Rock Band. I bought them
You
both the
should
same
not
day.
own 2 copies of Lego Rock Band.
No, it's for good reasons. So when I was younger, I like the day before my birthday, I got like a copy of like Lego Rock Band on DS, and then pretty much I stole it eventually, as all people do. I mean, like when you're like 8, you gotta sell games to afford other games.
I sold Donkey Kong Country Returns, and I regretted it, and I've wanted to return to it ever since.
I mean, I'm trying to think, like, is it on Wii U? Is that one of the games on Wii U? I forget. I mean, I guess there's 3DS version also, but like,
I don't think Lego Rock Band was on Wii U.
oh, no, I was talking about Donkey Kong Country Returns.
Oh yeah, it was on 3DS.
Yeah. No.
Lego Rock Band. I was thinking Lego Rock Band wasn't on the Wii U or the 3DS. You know, we're just gonna get Lego Rock Band 3D and Wii U all in like the same week. It's gonna come to 3DS, Wii U, and Switch. A new Lego Rock Band game.
I'm gonna go into the next direct asking for a Lego Rock Band. That's Nintendo. Bring back Lego Rock Band. Revive. Get the rights to Lego Rock Band. Revive. That's totally what we want. There we go.
Actually reminds me of how I put Gubble on my bingo card for the directs, just as a joke.
I think I put Gubble in the
Gubble on the Switch because I want to try that game. And now this is going to get into the 5-hour side tangent about Gubble 5.
The Gubble, like, what is it, like, just side tangent. The 5-hour.
The Gubble side tangent.
The 5-hour Gubble rant. Why?
No, that's the whole podcast. We're gonna cut out everything else. So it's just going to be us talking about what's the trick.
It's just like it's just the podcast, but only when we talk about Gubble.
That would be a great podcast. It would all be Gubble. Gubble. We're going to have no idea what we're talking about this entire time.
Well, no, it depends, because it's on my channel and I have the Gubble video on my channel. People might actually know what Gubble is. That'd be like a month back, and I think like 3 or 4 uploads back by the time like this podcast is out. The point is, like, they might know what Gubble is. I mean, if you don't, you could always watch the Gubble video.
Watch the Gubble video. It's a really good video about Gubble.
Thanks.
And the Gubble fan club with all the famous quotes.
Yes. I'm not gonna say the best one from like the fan club, just because I just really think it's funny if like people go in like thinking the fan club, what's that? And then they like hear the quote and they would be really funny to me.
Oh no, going in blind is the best part of that.
Going into the Gubble fan club without knowing it existed was the way I found out about the Gubble fan club first was when I first downloaded it. I was digging through the files and I came across the fan club folder. And like,
it's not even like in a menu of the game, it's just in a separate folder.
No, it's also in like the menu of the game, but originally when I was trying to get the game to run on Windows 10 with a virtual machine, I was digging through the files and I found the fan club. And there was just a ton of like images of people in there, and I was just dying of laughter when I found it.
Oh no, that sure does sound amazing.
Yeah.
It sounds like the best way to discover it.
It's real interesting. I've dug through like Gubble's files. There's some like cool like unused and hidden stuff in there really for like maps.
Isn't there that weird face thing that was drawn in MS Paint?
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, that was for like Gubble 1, right? The like orange thing or whatever it was. It was orange. Yeah, that was weird.
I guess we should tie it back to what we've been playing. So
I have not been playing
another
Gubble.
game I've been playing. You sadly have not been playing Gubble, but
I have not been playing Gubble. Actually, fun fact.
That's gonna be the whole podcast. You're just gonna be saying, I have not been playing Gubble.
I did not play Gubble.
Never gonna try to talk. You're just gonna say, I've not been playing Gubble.
Yeah, I just have not played Gubble like in over a month since the video was out.
That's it's a sad tale of you not playing Gubble.
But you know what I have played?
Anyway,
you know what I have played?
But then we can tie into what I am feeling you're gonna want to talk about for at least 5 minutes.
I mean, probably not 5 minutes, because I have a lot to say about the thing, but I probably won't say as much as I have to say about the thing I've been playing.
Yeah. Oh, anyway, one game I wanted to talk about because I won it in like a contest. The person who made the game was giving it away, and it's died too, and that's a pretty fun game so far. It's one of the not super huge on adventure games, but this one's really good.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like it's a mix of a more 3D Zelda type thing and a 2D Zelda thing,
yeah.
except it has this really cool and weird sci-fi thing, and all of the dungeons take place in the characters' minds.
Huh.
Well.
Interesting.
Yeah, I definitely recommend it for the $20 price tag, which reminds me that I hope my one post with the games I recommend doesn't get any more likes because I have run out of ideas. I
I'm
literally
tempted to tell
called.
my viewers to go like the post, but I would feel really
Please
mean
don't.
doing.
I literally have no more games to list.
I'm gonna
I don't
start
work
making
with
alt accounts and just start leaving likes. I'm gonna make like 50 alt accounts. I'm gonna start leaving likes on it. Like, just,
Please, no.
just
No.
can we get to 100? You just have to start recommending like random bits of shovelware eventually.
At a certain point, I'm gonna run out of games because I wanted to keep it to games I've actually played. And out of the games I've actually played that I have enough experience with, there's probably like 120, and only the 45 I've listed are underrated. So at this point, I've completely run out of games.
Huh.
I could just like start talking about games that are overrated and just talk about Mario Galaxy, but I don't want to get into that. Yeah, you see, Mario Galaxy, they call it underrated, but the truth is, it's not. So let's get into the game that you're probably going to want to talk about for 5 whole minutes. And I
See,
think
that can
anyone
apply
who's
to actually. I guess thinking about that can apply to 2 different games I'm playing right now.
that could apply to Golden Sun.
That
Or it
could.
could apply
Okay,
to
now you've mentioned Golden Sun, I guess I'll get the first one out of the way. I've been doing my replay of Golden Sun. I mean, who would have guessed? Wow, look, I'm playing Golden Sun again. Yeah, I mean, like, it's not a shock, really, actually. I'm playing Golden Sun.
No, I'm incredibly surprised that you were playing Golden Sun.
Who
See,
would have guessed?
I thought you would be playing Shining Force.
I do really like Shining Force, actually. I got
No,
someone, I got someone into Golden Sun using Shining Force by saying, hey, you like Sega. Why don't you check out Shining Force? Then I was like, hey, since you enjoyed Shining Force, you should check out Golden Sun, which Camelot also.
Yeah, you see, that actually worked.
Yeah, it worked, and I was like dying. What is it? That's just how, like, that's how I just convince people to play Golden Sun. Oh, you really like Dragon Quest? Hey, you should check out Golden Sun. Hey, do you really like...
The way I got into Golden Sun, the way I downloaded it on the Wii U in 2016, long before I actually knew you, is because I saw a lot of videos about Golden Sun on YouTube, and I was like, it looks cool, maybe I should try to check it out. It's actually how I got into a lot of games back then. I'd see this game YouTube video and I'd be like, oh hey, this is cool, and then I'd go and get it on the Wii U eShop.
But how can you play it on a console?
I got into Zelda so much because I used to watch a lot of Peanut Butter Gamer videos.
See,
and then I realized it was for me.
Oh yeah, sure, you're not a really big Zelda person, but you know what? You might be a really big Golden Sun person. Actually, yes.
I'm not a big Golden Sun person, but I did recommend it in that underrated game.
Yeah, because you have technically played it. Because I think, trying to forget, Mary said that like you didn't get like super far in. But, like, you got, like...
I'm, like, 2 hours into the game.
Yeah, so, like, you did, like, play enough of it where, like, you could recommend it. I mean, the opening is kind of slow, but, like, you could theoretically recommend it then. And you did.
I recommend it because I got past the point where you meet Ivan, and Ivan is the best Golden Sun character.
I'm trying to think, because, like... There's some really cool Golden Sun characters that I can't talk about because they're spoilers. So I can't say anything. But Ivan is
indeed... You can't counterpoint me. And the truth is, either way, Ivan is still the best character.
But what about Ivan 2? No, I'm kidding, there's no Ivan 2.
Well, technically, if you consider Ivan's daughter Ivan 2, there is an Ivan 2.
I mean, I guess, yeah, but do people really acknowledge Golden Sun Dark... I'm kidding, Golden Sun Dark Dawn. I'm actually staring at it right now because it's on my shelf. And it's in the same direction as where my microphone is. Dark Dawn's pretty...
Right now, I'm looking at my collection of games. It's not even near a microphone or anything. I'm just looking to side, and I see my copy of Rhythm Heaven Fever. I have the game shop for that.
Oh yeah, that's right. You know what? Rhythm Heaven's a nice franchise.
Yeah, it is. We should just talk about Rhythm Heaven.
We should just
Whenever
talk about like Golden Sun and Rhythm Heaven like the rest of this time, like just Golden Sun Dark Dawn. It's still really good. Like it's pretty good still. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. It gets a bad rep because the first two were so good that Dark Dawn couldn't live up to them. But
yeah, I just want to play more of the Rhythm Heaven series. It's like a top 5 Nintendo.
That's where I was about to go next. Just and then you have Rhythm Heaven. There's not really a bad Rhythm Heaven.
Top 5 Nintendo franchises for me is really weird in the variety that's there, and people are going. I'm going to name my top 5.
Number 1, Wrecking Crew.
Number 1 is of course Kirby because you know me, I'm the Kirby fan.
I think you mean Wrecking Crew.
Do not mean Wrecking Crew.
I thought you were a big Wrecking Crew fan.
Yeah, no, I might be. Number 2 is probably either Number 2, 3, and 4 are really close. It's like Rhythm Heaven, DKC, and maybe Pilot Wings. Pilot Wings is actually really up high for me. It's a very top tier.
Pilot Wings is very chill, which is what makes it fun. It's just a vibe.
I know that's what makes it really good. And then like the entire all the Marios, Mario Kart, Mario Sports, 3D Mario. That's also Splatoon is also up there.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the one Mario franchise we do not say the name of.
You mean Mario Tennis? So
Nah,
we're gonna get Mario too. That's the next game. It's gonna be Mario Tennis Aces with a Z, and the 2, and then Luigi's gonna be in the title.
See, at least for that game, that makes more sense compared to like Kirby Star Allies.
Yeah, no, it does. Actually, Mario Tennis Aces. That's a sequel I can see just them replacing the S with a Z for no reason.
Oh no. I think they replaced like the S with like I think I made this joke with like Arms 2, whereas the joke I just said they're gonna like make the S into a 2. They do that for Aces. God, I hope there's not an Aces 2 just because that. An Aces 2, like I mean like.
Aces 2 would be cool. Just like wait until the next system so we can have golden.
Yeah. Yeah, like we don't need a second tennis. I mean, we need a tennis with more content, but like we don't need a second tennis on the Switch. I'm trying to think. Aces sold like was it like 3 million or so? I want to say.
It sold really well.
Yeah, I remember it's like Camelot's best-selling game by like a decent margin. I'm pretty sure. Which you know what? Good for them. Golf's probably gonna sell like. Okay, the golf franchise. I think its peak is like 1. Like somewhere in. I know it's in the 1 millions. It's less than 1.5 million if I remember correctly. But
what I realized is my Kirby video applies more when you realize that like I'm pretty sure Star Allies is like the 3rd best-selling mainline Kirby game.
Oh, it's time to get rid of all the Star Allies sales numbers and just make it the worst-selling Kirby.
And no, that's never gonna happen because Dreamland 3 sold absolutely horribly. That's why it's so underrated because nobody played it in the first place. Nobody. Like 70,000 copies, I think.
Dreamland 3 is pretty fun. I'll give it that. I really enjoyed it. Nice art style too.
Dreamland 3 is one of my favorite Kirby games. Like behind, it's only behind Robobot, which is the best game in the series. Robobot is really good.
I was playing Robobot, like because I was like getting through Robot to get footage. I mean, Robobot's fun, I guess. Like, I wouldn't call it like a masterpiece per se. See, the thing is, whenever I say, like, I don't think this one platformer is, like, a masterpiece, I feel like people take that as, like, duh, he doesn't like the game then. It's like,
no, you hate the entire Kirby series. You totally don't like Superstar Ultra.
Superstar Ultra may be one of the games that I have, like, really good memories with, but I absolutely hate the franchise. What is it? Usually when I say, like, a platformer is just pretty good, that usually means it's probably, like, one of the best platformers ever made, because, okay, I used to be really big into platformers. It was like my favorite. I don't want to say it's my favorite genre because like RPGs have pretty much always been my favorite genre. Like for me, I'd probably rank my genres as like RPGs at the top, the FPS is below that, and like Metroidvanias below that. But you could probably swap 2 and 3.
See, for me, my entire list is just platformers.
It's just action platformers, platform fighters. It's just varieties of platformers.
Yeah, and then like at the bottom you have Mario Kart.
Not even like kart racers, just specifically Mario Kart. I
And
mean, it's the
specifically
only
Mario Kart 7, the best Mario Kart game, and now people are going to be arguing in the comments about how Mario Kart Wii is better than Mario Kart 7. And they're
Look,
wrong.
I don't trust people who say Mario Kart Wii is one of the best Mario Karts. I don't trust that. Oh no, someone's gonna take it. Like, I'm sorry.
No, you have just you're going to get a storm in the comments just for saying
I'm going
that.
to get Mario Kart Wii's not bad.
I
But
actually
it's
had a
not...
comment in my video about my comment about Mario Kart Wii. And on my Kirby video, because I talked about how I used to absolutely suck at Mario Kart Wii, and I hated it so much, and I would intentionally drive off the course.
I think that could have just been you
Because that was literally the only track we played. My dad and my brother really liked Yoshi Falls, so at first that would be the only course we would play.
To be fair, Yoshi is a classic character. Yoshi's one of the better characters in the Mario franchise.
Yeah, Yoshi is a good character, but he's no Wiggler. I mean, come on. That's why Mario Kart 7 takes the top. You can play as Wiggler. It's Wiggler's last playable appearance. He hasn't been playable since. I miss him.
Yeah, but hear me out. Hear me out. What if, theoretically, Shy Guy was one of the best characters?
No, that's just the truth. The best Mario enemies are like Wiggler and Shy Guy.
Yeah,
I've talked about like most wanted Smash 4 characters lists that I made in like 2014 before, right?
Maybe? You know, you actually wait. Before you get off topic of Mario, before you like get off topic of the Mario characters, I need to mention that bloopers are really cool. I really like bloopers.
Yeah, that's another top one.
Because
but no, you can continue with the blooper thing.
I was not about to let the bloopers be forgotten in vain. Bloopers are great. We love bloopers.
Bloopers are great because they're squids, and I like squids.
I'm gonna put a blooper
cool.
in this thumbnail now because I just really like bloopers.
Just make the whole thumbnail bloopers.
Just a really large blooper. You know what, Nintendo? Make more blooper related games.
We need blooper 2.
Forget about Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. Can we get Bloopers Fury?
Yeah, Bloopers Fury.
Please.
And all of the enemies. It's like inky versions of all of the enemies. We already have inky piranha plants, inky Koopa Troopas. They all spew out ink. All of them.
Here we go. I just realized, we got to this point talking about bloopers from Golden Sun. We've
and that's how conversation works.
That truly is. What is it? Actually, no, I do think about cool. You know what? Let's relate it to. We're gonna relate. What is it? Golden Sun and Mario once again. Besides the obvious oh man, Camelot makes both has worked with both series. Do you want to know what I've always found impressive?
What?
So if you look Camelot's release history, from 1999 to 2005, they've released over multiple games per year. For example, 1999, Mario Golf on the N64 and Mario Golf on the Game Boy Color. 2000, Mario Tennis on the N64 and Mario Tennis on the Game Boy Color. And then 2001, they released Mobile Golf on the Game Boy Color, and then the first Golden Sun. And then 2002.
It's really impressive how much they were able to pull out. And just reminds me.
Yeah,
it just reminds me how. What that reminded me of is how Mario Tennis Power Tour, or whatever it was one of the key titles for Mario's 25th anniversary.
Huh. Actually,
you look at Mario's 35th and Mario's 30th and how much they did for each of those, and then you look at Mario's 25th. Yeah. And the 25th wasn't that big either, because the 25th was got the original Super Mario Brothers, and there's a 25 coin, and they literally released Super Mario All-Stars.
Oh yeah, that was great. Just hey, here's the ROM of it, not even including World or something.
And meanwhile, Kirby's 20th anniversary came 2 years later, and we got this massive collection of a whole.
Here's a massive collection.
Kirby's Dream Collection is the best. It's peak gaming collection.
I don't know if I want to call it my favorite because I really like Sonic's Ultimate Genesis because that introduced me to stuff like Phantasy Star and Vector Man. So
yeah, that too. But
compilations
of the whole system, that's kind of hard to count.
Yeah, but as far as specific franchise compilations go, I would say Kirby's Dream Collection is really good. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I got to play a lot of those Kirby games for the first time. Granted, I did not like Dreamland 3 with the Wiimote. I like playing it a lot more on Switch, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, Switch is nice to get like an actual
controller. Dreamland 2, sorry, I can't say that without wanting to vomit, because Dreamland 2 is very, and also, Kirby's Adventure. For some reason, I got sick on Halloween, and I got Kirby's Dream Collection. And I was like out of school for like 3 whole weeks, and I was just playing Kirby's Adventure.
You're just thinking it's like, hey, it's okay because I'm playing Kirby's Adventure. Kirby's
I wasn't actually missing much because I was in early elementary school, and you're not going to be missing much when you're out for 21 days.
Yeah, I mean, you don't really miss much at that point.
It's just like, that was the one time I was out from like all the way from Halloween to Thanksgiving break.
What is it?
Yeah, anyway. We should probably get back to what we were talking about, and I'm not talking about my top 10 Smash 4 characters, which, by the way, spoilers, Wiggler with like 15 exclamation points was at the top, and Ben Dandy was there, of course.
Smash 4 speculation. Smash 4 the greatest thing in like the main legacy that Smash 4 will leave for me is that that's how I learned about Golden Sun. That's like it's. Well, I guess probably while playing Brawl, I probably did see Isaac, but like. That wouldn't have like made me think. You
found out about Golden Sun Smash 4?
Yeah.
I would have thought you would found out about it before, because that means we found out about Golden Sun around the same time.
Well, no, because I would have been around like 7 or 8, like around the time. Because I'm trying to think, because I want to say it was around.
Smash 4 came out in 2014, so.
Yeah, so like 7-ish years.
We would both be.
But I think I might have like. But I remember like pre the release when there was Isaac speculate. I remember like as far as it goes, whenever I was looking like seeing like what characters people wanted, like what people thought would be characters. I do remember like sometimes seeing like Isaac be one of them and thinking, I wonder what this is. And then eventually like I was like, this Golden Sun thing seems pretty neat. And then eventually like as time went on, I learned more about Golden Sun. I was like, it would be cool to see like the Golden Sun. And still waiting.
And then you became the Golden Sun fan.
Will I ever get to see a new goal? I actually changed my Twitter bio recently to literally like say, like what is it like wants to make a new Golden Sun, because like I would actually like okay on the rare chance like I don't know why but like Nintendo I don't know like Doug Bowser himself walks into my house and goes, hey, you're making Golden Sun, like I'd be pretty happy to. I would love.
No, that would be a good day.
Like at this point,
what's actually going to happen is Doug Bowser's going to walk into your house and he's going to say, "You're making Mario Horse Racing."
Damn. What is it? At this point, like, if they're not going to make Golden Sun 4, I'll make it myself. I actually had this like joke where I was thinking of like, what if I just make a game, except I release it like Switch and everything, and then it's like it's just Golden Sun, but it's a continuation of Dark Dawn.
Call it Silver Moon.
Yeah, it's just like everything's like slightly copyright free of like. I was like, I would never do that because like
copyright free sequel to Dark Dawn.
It's just the copyright free Dark Dawn sequel. I would never probably go with the effort because I don't even know if you really could. Plus, I don't think that would really work well because you'd have to like, it would be weird, which is why I'd never do it. But I would like if I could eventually make like. Maybe like a Golden Sun ROM hack or something if I ever had the time, and like, I don't know, that would be pretty neat. I mean,
yeah. Anyway, we should probably get to the topic we were actually going to get to like 20 minutes ago, where you ramble on about the Doom DLC.
Yes, the Doom DLC. So I actually have only played one level out of the Ancient Gods Part 2 overall so far, because I was playing it, so I was supposed to start editing my next video. So I was playing Doom's DLC and stuff. Because instead of editing today, because yesterday I was going to edit, but I was playing Golden Sun for a couple of hours, and then today I was going to edit, so I was like, I really want to play Doom's DLC before the podcast so I can briefly talk about my thoughts on it, and then later make a Twitter thread eventually once I complete it, and like, I gotta say, wow, Doom Eternal, The Ancient Gods Part 2, really, really good. Like, I think it could end up being a Game of the Year contender for me. I really hate saying that because it's DLC and it's like there's so many great games coming out this year. It's like
that makes sense because you're Fuse and you like Doom.
Oh yeah, like I absolutely love Doom.
It's hopefully going to be Golden Sun 4 gameplay wise, and you're going to regret that.
I don't know if like Halo Infinite. Halo Infinite could also be my game of the year if that turns out as good as I hope it will be. But like Doom Eternal, like the DLC, like that's some really nice new mechanics. I've also actually been playing with different like keybinds and everything for the DLC. I'm also even playing on like a higher difficulty than I played the base campaign on. Because I'm a madman and I've gotten like really good at Doom Eternal compared to when I first played it. So I was like, for the final DLC, I'm gonna turn up the difficulty, and it's been really fun that way actually, and I think that's part of why I'm enjoying it so much, is how much harder it's been, including that and the new enemies, and I'm like really enjoying it.
Sometimes
It's
I like challenging games, and then sometimes I play Mega Man, and I'm just incredibly tired.
Sometimes
I still do like the Mega Man series, but just sometimes I cannot take it.
Sometimes I play Mega Man, and then that's kind of just, I think I mentioned this Mega Man rings, but what's it? Mega Man Legacy Collection? That's a testament to how much I play Mega Man. Mega Man Legacy Collection 1's like one of my most played Switch games.
I say I can't handle Mega Man, and then I play the ZKC series, legit with no save states or rewind on NSO.
Oh yeah, that's right, you did. I like the DKC 1 and 2. 3's good too, don't get me wrong. Oh no, wait, depending on what I say about Kiddy Kong, is that gonna get like clipped out of context in the podcast?
Yeah, someone is gonna clip you saying that you don't like Kiddy Kong.
Okay, I don't want to say that I don't like Kiddy Kong, but Kiddy Kong's like, as far as
so
the
you just
main...
said, I don't want to say that I don't like Kiddy Kong, but now someone's going to just cut it out and just take the part that you say, where you say I don't like Kiddy Kong.
Probably. Okay, I don't hate Kiddy Kong, right? I don't hate Kiddy Kong. Kiddy Kong's pretty low tier as far as the playable Kongs go, I'm sorry. Wait, playable Kongs in DKC games. If we bring in DK64, then Kiddy Kong's fine, because I don't like Tiny Kong at all. I hate Tiny Kong, but, like, it's fine.
Tiny Kong is okay in DK64, but outside of that,
oh,
no,
yeah.
no.
I mean, we can all agree that, like, the best playable Kong in the, like, DKC series is, like, Dixie Kong. We can all agree on that, right? Like,
Dixie Kong is very top tier, and I also like Diddy Kong and Chunky.
exactly.
Those are like the big three for me.
What is it? Like, Diddy Kong. Yeah, Diddy Kong's pretty cool, too. Also, I mean, Lanky Kong's pretty cool.
And no, you have to talk about Lanky Kong.
You got Lanky
Kong.
There's
this really cool Twitter account called Lanky Kong Facts.
That's right, that one, yeah. Lanky Kong's not like a, like, great, like, masterpiece, like, character design, but I think that's the point of, like, what makes Lanky Kong's character design so neat. It's, like, it's not a good...
Well, he has no style, he has no grace, but he does have a funny face.
Exactly. Yeah. So, anyway, to wrap up the Doom DLC, pretty good. Could end up being my game of the year for this year. We'll see. There's a lot of good stuff coming out this year. Halo Infinite, maybe Starfield if my Xbox predictions are right.
Maybe a new DK game, which actually, that ties into our next topic.
Yes, our next topic. Why I started playing Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition again, and why I will probably drop Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition again soon.
Well, yeah, that's probably the next topic.
That could literally fit into like a podcast of its own, of how like Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. I have to tread carefully. What is it? It's like, it's fun, I guess. I do enjoy it. I think it's pretty good. Like, I have really enjoyed it so far. You've been playing this, so you can actually relate to this one of actually.
No, I can. It's really hard once you drop it for a little bit to pick it back up. And after a certain point of playing for so long, you just want to take a break from it. Like, I had a good run of playing it for a whole 2 weeks. I was playing it for a full hour each day at least. And then I just stopped.
Like 2 weeks ago, I was playing Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition like every night for 2 hours, and like I was making a lot of parts of the game, but like I haven't picked it up in like over a week or so. Actually, I think Ghosts and Goblins is like the only Switch game I've been playing recently, because I downloaded Capcom Arcade Stadium. So what is it? So it's like Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. I really enjoy RPGs, and like Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition is a great RPG. Don't get me wrong. I'd probably consider it like the third best Nintendo published RPG. Well, okay, third best Nintendo RPG for a Nintendo IP. Above that's Golden Sun for me. That's why I had to think carefully, because I was trying to think how to phrase that one. Anyway, so Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, really good. I really enjoy it, right? Something about it, it's like, I either like really enjoy it for like for example, the first time I played it, I was briefly getting footage, and I ended up like playing it for 3 hours. And it's like, I really enjoy the game, but at the same time, I fall off of it like super quickly. And I don't want to make it sound like I'm like forcing myself to play Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition because I don't enjoy it, but I wanted to finish it anyway. Like, I do enjoy it. It's just, like, something about it's just, like, not really, like, hooked me at all.
See, it's hooked me completely. It's just hard for me to pick back up. I played Chronicles Definitive Edition when I've gotten it. I consider it top 10 games for me. Not, like, of 2020. Like, ever. Even top 5, but the 5th place spot is really close between that and Portal 2.
I'd like to believe that number 1 on that list is Scalpel.
You can believe what you believe, even if it's Superliminal, and that's going to be my game of the year every year forever.
Yeah, I know that's Superliminal, but I'm gonna pretend it's Scalpel. Now, let me see how many hours I have in Xenoblade. Because if I reach over far enough, I can pull out my Switch, because I keep my GBA on my shelf, well, on my desk, but I don't keep the Switch on my desk. Okay, 10 hours. So yeah, I've played Xenoblade for 10 hours so far.
So I'm probably farther, and then you have to... I remember you saying, I'm gonna beat it for you, and then you just dropped it again.
Well, no, because I didn't even start playing it when I said that. And I just nearly knocked over all of my PS1 games on accident. That could have been a crisis and a half.
That would have been a catastrophe.
What is it?
So yeah, we should probably tie into our final topic now.
2021
we're just talking
predictions.
No, yeah, but... First, we gotta talk about 2023 predictions.
Yes, 2023. So Metroid Prime 4 is probably 2023, and I still think it is. And some people are like, oh, it could be late 2022. You know, had COVID not happened, maybe. But I'd imagine that...
No, I agree.
I imagine that, like, it could have made late... I still, like, always thought it's 2023. But I could have imagined that, like, it could have maybe hit late 2022. But with, like... the delays they probably had from the pandemic, it's probably 2023 now, and they don't really see it being anything else.
And let's see, I'm going to pull out my full 2023 prediction sheet, because yes, I do have that. Let's see what I have on here. New 2D Zelda by Grezzo. Yeah, that's something that could happen. Wario Land. I want Wario Land back. Kirby Sports Game. I saw this one promotional art of, like, Kirby playing a bunch of sports, and I want that to be a real game.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to get instead of Sports Superstars.
It's Sports Superstars. Dread it, run from it, it still arrives.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, my other predictions for 2023 are a casual title from ND Cube, but ND Cube, they've developed Mario Party for the system, and they also made Clubhouse games, but what many people don't know is that ND Cube made F-Zero Maximum Velocity. And I'm just saying that if they had time, on the Switch, they technically could make a new F-Zero game.
Yeah.
Now, will they do that? No, F-Zero's badly.
Yeah, but hear me out. They're actually going to make Golden Sun, because I had that one nightmare of them making Golden Sun.
Yeah, ND Cube Golden Sun.
The ND Cube
That's all of the games we have in our nightmare. Prime 4 got canceled and got replaced with other M2. We're going to have ND Cube Golden Sun. And it's going to be Kirby Kirby Star Allies with a Z 2, Return of Luigi. And those are going to be the 2023 games. 2023 is cursed. Anyway, actual predictions that people care about. 2021. What is the second half going to be for Nintendo?
I thought we were going to talk about Ubisoft's second half.
No, we're not talking about Ubisoft. Ubisoft, if you can buy.
I think I posted this on Twitter, but, like, so I really wanted Scott Pilgrim, the, like, limited run games one, but then, what does it happen? There's like, oh, hey, Ubisoft, and then, like, pretty much, like, it's like, yeah, I'll buy it anyway, and, like, I just felt like I was dying on the inside after buying it, because I bought something from Ubisoft.
You had to sell your soul to Ubisoft to get Scott Pilgrim. You see, the real limited run games, I haven't actually ever gotten a limited runs game, but if Superliminal gets a physical edition for limited run games, I will certainly buy that. That will be a great
You know what, I actually would probably maybe consider buying that too, actually.
That's like a really cool game to own physically.
That would be cool, yeah. So I have 2021 predictions. I don't have a lot to say for mine. What is it? Because my 2021 predictions got destroyed by the last direct. Mine weren't like anything. Mine weren't like anything like huge, by the way. Like brand new F-Zero. No, like I just thought Golden Sun could happen in the second half. And then what is it? And that was like, hey, Breath of the Wild 2 might be this year, but I'm still not sure anymore. I thought they would do Wind Waker HD before Skyward Sword HD, but then I swapped to Skyward Sword HD. I think I put that in like June. And then at the time, we thought Mario plus Rabbids 2 could happen. I still think it'll happen eventually, but I was like, yeah. I mean, it makes sense. We'll see. And then golf happened.
Yeah.
So,
That's the Mario spin-off this year, probably. But
yeah.
what I realize is I have 4 predictions for games left in 2020 for Nintendo. And 3 of them are Mario-related in some way.
God damn it.
WarioWare, whatever EPD8, which is the Odyssey team's next project is, which I think it will be a Donkey Kong Country game. I genuinely do. I think
that's what we think. Until they're gonna hit us with Wrecking Crew.
Wrecking Crew
3D
Wrecking Crew 21. Let's go!
They're gonna hit us with Wrecking Crew 3D, I'm telling you. Wrecking Crew 3D.
No, that's gonna be great. That's
Wait,
really waiting.
Please tell me Wrecking Crew's anniversary is this year. Please. Let me search up. Please. Please let Wrecking Crew's anniversary be this year. Oh my god, that'd be too
I don't think it is. I think it's like 84.
No, it was 85! No!
It was last year, dang it.
Damn. Wait, it's okay. Wait, it's okay, don't worry. The European release was in 87. Next year can be Wrecking Crew 3D.
Let's go! Anyway, yeah,
2024 marks the 20th of the Game Boy Advance release.
The Game Boy Advance release?
Yeah,
oh, yeah, Wrecking Crew. Yeah, because it was like the NES Classics version.
Yeah.
Anyway, my other 2 predictions for 2021 were Super Mario Party 2. Like, I think Super Mario Party, that's going to come back full swing with some kind of controls. More minigames, more maps than last time, an actual online play instead of 10 minigames.
Yeah, I think it'll probably happen. I don't know if it's going to happen this year, but I think if not this year, probably next year. I think next year's where I'm at with Super Mario Party 2. But I wouldn't be surprised.
I feel like it could be either this year or next year.
It really could.
Like December, Mario Party games are usually either in like late fall, early spring, or in December. All the N64 ones were in December.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking December. Super Mario Party 2.
Oh man, Super Mario Party 2 is going to miss out on the winning game of the year at the Game Awards for 2021. What are we going to do?
Yeah, sadly. But anyway, my final prediction is some kind of Kirby spin-off. And, you know, it's been a while since the last one we've had developed by Hal's main spin-off team. That was Kirby Battle Royale, which went gold in, like, September 2017. So, by the time the spin-off comes out, it will have been 4 whole years. We know that the spin-off developers, their favorite game is Air Ride. So, I don't want to say it, because whenever I say these out there predictions, they always are wrong. But I'm just going to say that I think Air Ride 2 is possible for the spin-off this year.
Maybe. I mean, Pokemon Snap came back this year, for example, and that was the thing we never... I've kind of learned, like, a lot of time people are like, oh, these spin-offs can never come back. People are like, oh, Pokemon companies are... It's like, I mean, yeah, but either way, people are like, oh, these spin-offs never come back. But I think it's something like Kirby, for example, it'll sell well enough still where they'll see the, like, demand for it and they might bring it back. I think it really is, like...
With the spin-offs of series, it's a little different than with the other series outside of it, because those you can't really gauge it through the mainline entries. And even so, with Mario, they're not going to bring Mario Baseball back because they hate us.
Yeah, Nintendo kind of hates us and will bring back Mario Baseball.
But anyway, Kirby spin-off. What do you think the Kirby spin-off will be this year?
I have genuinely no idea, which is why I'm just going to agree with you and say that maybe Air Ride 2. Because I genuinely have
other thought, which I think would be really cool, is Tilt and Tumble's anniversary in the US release at least, is technically 2001. So This is the 20-year anniversary of it.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is, they finally make Tilt and Tumble 2 like they originally planned to do.
That would be pretty
So they bundle it in with the game because that's never been re-released.
Kirby Drift. That's what it's called. It's about using Joy-Con drift in the Tilt and Tumble.
Joy-Con drift controls.
Joy-Con drift bad. Give me comedy points.
And we need the Joy-Con drift central.
The Joy-Con drift. What is it? I'm trying to think what else. What is it? I could just probably make an out there prediction at this point, but it can't be Nintendo related.
Yeah.
As I've learned, like when I make
the rest of the year.
What is it? It's like if I make like an out there prediction that's like Xbox related, odds are I'm going to get right. I'm trying to think. I think the only Xbox predictions recently that I've gotten wrong are Forza Horizon 5 possibly showing up at the Game Awards, because I still think it's happening this year, by the way. But, like, what is it? They ended up showing off Forza Horizon 4 content, so I guess they're going to wait until, like, July to reveal Forza Horizon 5, probably. And then, what is it? And then... trying to think what else, really, because, like...
I think that's pretty much it, because you got Perfect Dark, you got...
Yeah, Perfect Dark was, like, a complete... Perfect Dark was, like, a complete shot in the dark. that was not purpose.
Bethesda on Game Pass happening like the same day. That was kind of a shot in the dark, and you got that right.
Wait, which one?
How many games we got? We got like 30 games.
Yeah, I guess I did say that we were gonna get like some Xbox news, like for. Someone's gonna be like, oh, well, Fuse, the Xbox news did get leaked back in February. Yeah, well, I said back in, like, December or January that, like, we're gonna get Xbox news in the first quarter and some, like, decently sized news. I was sort of wrong because it wasn't one presentation. But, like, they did a ton this week, actually. Well, this week when we're recording, but when this is out, it'll have been 2 weeks ago. Actually, the Xbox Indie Showcase will have been out by that point. So what is it? Like, they announced, like, a ton in March.
Yeah, and you see, the thing is, we're going to get Blink's Wonderworld, and that's going to be the
Blink's Wonderworld, because our Zest is going to make it, that's...
Yeah, because, what many people don't know is that our Zest is founded by the same guy who was the Sonic artist. Yeah. And that's actually why they're Ballon, because he was the artist there.
Yeah, it's just
and if you go back, they were a part of another company before that called Artoon, which... made Yoshi's Island DS, and they also made both Blink's games.
Yeah, it's time for Blink's.
So if there was a developer who would make a new Blink's game, it would actually be our Zest.
Yeah, I mean, I guess unless it's Double Fine. Wait, I figured out which Xbox prediction I technically got wrong, actually. I barely talked about this one. Fable. Okay, so Fable's weird, because I was like, Fable is always on the fence on happening. I was like, Fable could happen, I guess. I could see it, but I don't know if Fable will happen, and then Fable got announced. Actually, I remember, like, my expectations were so low for Fable being real that actually when the Fable trailer started playing back in July's Xbox showcase in 2020, I literally said it made look like Fable, but it's not Fable, and then it was Fable.
And it was Fable.
Yeah, and I'm really happy about that still, actually. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, you see, the next thing that you're going to get wrong is Starfield in 2021. Because that's not going to happen. You see, Bethesda never released games. They aren't real. They reveal these games in like 2017 or 2018, and then they don't come out. They never come out.
What is it?
They're not.
Because what is it? We still have no idea how far in development Elder Scrolls 6 was. My guess is Elder Scrolls 6 was like in the concept phase, maybe. Maybe like they definitely figured out the location by that point, because I don't think they had released the trailer without having an idea of like what the location's going to be for the game. But like, I don't think like the game was that far in development. I still think it's like still pretty early on. But like Starfield, for example, that started development in 2015 or 2016, they confirmed. We're approaching 5 to 6 years by this point, and you have, like, as far as I'm aware, like a pretty experienced team of people. Bethesda, before they're being acquired by Microsoft, had to have been planning, like, another game release. Because what is it? Because, for example, 2011 was Skyrim. Then, 4 years later, we get Fallout 4. 3 years later, we get, Fallout 76. So it's like, what is it? So it's like every 3 or 4 years or so, they do something.
Yeah, maybe 5. What would 5 years
but I feel like 2023 be pushing it for Starfield. Where I do personally think Starfield...
You say that 2023 is going to be the big year, so...
See.
Maybe we'll get Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6 in 2023.
Oh god, the Elder Scrolls 6 is like 50 light years away at this point.
Oh yeah, Elder Scrolls 6, in reality, that's going to come out in, like, 2097.
Probably. What is it, it's like...
Cyberpunk will be real by the time we get Elder Scrolls 6.
You too can be Keanu Reeves in real life. What is it? It's like, what is it? Starfield? I think there could be one big reason why Starfield cannot release this year, and that could just be they hold it for a first half title for 2022, but Starfield doesn't, because Microsoft already has Halo Infinite for the holiday season. Yeah. Where who knows? Maybe they do say let's save Starfield to like spread out our titles, but I do see Starfield being this year still.
Maybe Starfield comes out in like December, and then Super Mario Party 2 gets absolutely crushed.
What do you mean? Super Mario Party 2 is going to totally crush Starfield?
Oh yeah, that's what's actually going to happen, because Super Mario Party 1 sold over 10 million copies.
Oh yeah.
It could sell a good amount.
It probably will.
Like, in attention, Starfield will probably trounce and then in sales, Mario Party will overtake it. And it will be
The
incredibly
best selling
funny.
game of all time, Super Mario Party 2. Yeah, it's like...
Yeah, but the truth is that Kirby Star Allies with a Z 2, Return of the Luigi, will be the selling Switch game.
See, you know what? Should I just throw out, like, the wild out there Xbox prediction of, like, hey, Persona may come to Xbox at some point? Because, like...
Yeah, you should talk about that.
Yeah, I should just throw that out there before we, like, end this off so I can eat dinner. It's like... So I have the theory of, like, with stuff like all these, like, big Japanese, like, RPGs coming to Game Pass. Like, Octopath, for example, is now coming to Game Pass. It's like... God, by the time I release this, I bet Persona is gonna be, like, announced. It's gonna happen, I'm gonna be cursed. Probably not, but what is it? So it's like, I was thinking, it's like... One of the main big Japanese franchises I can think of that still has no presence on Xbox nowadays for Series X is Persona. And Xbox and Sega have a good relationship. I mean, Sega owns Atlas. Plus, I can just see the Xbox literally just talking directly to Atlas. And it's like, I'm sure if Microsoft probably does see the appeal of trying to get Persona 5 Royal on Xbox. We don't know if there's like... I mean, I'm sure Persona 5 Royal is at least a 1-year exclusive. I feel like that's...
Yeah, definitely. Sony's been doing a lot of those 1-year exclusivity deals, like the fall and such.
Yeah. So it's like, so my thought is like, they're not going to talk about it, and then we're going to get to like, summer or something, and they're going to like be like, hey, it's coming to PC, because there's no way it's not coming to PC. They're going to keep doing PC ports, in my opinion. And it's all, like, SMT3 just got announced for PC port. And it's going to be like, hey, here's also the Xbox version on Game Pass, or maybe just an Xbox port in general, because Microsoft will probably just be like, please do this on Xbox. The other thing is, like, Atlas surveys have, like, Xbox, they think, and well, Atlas surveys are meaningless, because otherwise you'd have Persona 5 on Switch by now. I do think it at least means, like, they're at least remembering Xbox exists then, which means that there must be, like, maybe there's, like, some internal interest in doing an Xbox, but Xbox is not that popular in Japan.
See, in reality, we're gonna get Persona 5 on Stadia, and then we're gonna get
Cable
War
on.
on...
Happens.
I mean,
Stadia,
Google would probably pay money to put Persona 5
I think I
on
joked for
Stadia.
like the longest time, but Persona 5S, they do like another Persona 5S reveal where everyone thinks it's the Switch again. It's like, oh, what could be this time? But then the S is instead mean Switch, it's Stadia.
That's probably a good point to wrap up, because
probably,
if
since
we
it's
go
been over now.
we're gonna start talking about Persona 5 on Stadia.
Yeah, well, thanks for coming on. Feel free to, like, I guess, plug your channel one last time.
I'm RiotGuy335, YouTube.com/ a bunch of numbers and shit. Oops, I said a swear word.
Oh no.
You're gonna have to bleep that.
I probably won't, because I'm really just more lax about it now. Anyway, I'm Fuse. Thanks for watching FuseCast. I don't know what the next episode of FuseCast. FuseCast is just, I do it when I feel like it. Maybe in, like, May or June around E3 season, or announcement season. Cause,
yeah, maybe you'll do FuseCast 2027. That'll be the next FuseCast.
FuseCast yells about why he thinks that this is finally the E3 where Forza Horizon 5 becomes real.
Actually, before we close out, we should talk about the other FuseCast that I found.
Oh,
like,
I did not watch
that. I see this thing. It's like this record company called Fuse Records, and they have a podcast where they talk to musicians.
Duh, you're a musician now.
Yeah, Fuse is the new musician, and I'm the musician.
Yeah.
I played the Mario amiibo.
Yeah.
I'm still holding it.
The classic Mario amiibo. I don't have any amiibo, I'm pretty sure. Well, that's all for now. Thank you all for watching. I'm Fuse, signing out. See ya.
Remember to gobble.
Always gobble.